everybody, welcome back to my garden. So do you see what I see behind me? I have ripe tomatoes. Let's go pick some. Today is August, what is it? 12th. Today is August 12th and the tomatoes are looking pretty good. We're at least getting enough here to pick. Do a pretty good picking. Some plants are more ripe than others. Some of the big beefsteaks are not ready, but the smaller tomatoes are ready. So we are going to pick some together. Now normally this time in the summer, I'm just getting back from vacation. I'm usually gone the first week of August. And normally I come back and my garden is just covered in blight after being gone for a whole week. And this time, this summer, I'm not having as bad a blight problem. There is a little bit, and I've treated for it a couple times, and I've trimmed a few things, and so far it looks pretty good. So I am doing pretty good. So far I've been able to fend it off with a crucifix and some garlic. Sometimes I feel that's what you need. But yeah, I'm really happy with how everything's doing so far. And let's see what we can pick from this garden. So one of the first ones I'm going to pick is this Shilling Giant. I've got a bunch of fruit on here. Some ripe, some not quite ripe. So I'm going to pick those. The next one I'm going to pick is Galenas cherry. You've seen me pick these before. Another one that is finally ripe is the black strawberry. Those are finally ripe. Now this white that you see on the tomatoes, can you see that? See it here? This is because I sprayed them all with baking soda. Just to kind of keep any blight that wants to think about coming at bay. But so far, we're doing really well with blight. What else are we going to pick? This one is supposed to be a chocolate tomato. This is Cherokee chocolate. It does not look brown chocolate to me. This one is a choica. So we're going to pick that one. I've got a ton of these sweet pea currant to pick. And it looks like I have a couple early girl ready to be picked. And while I'm at it, I've got several Amish paste to pick. And San Marzano. They are ready to be picked as well. Okay, here's what I picked so far. These are Amish paste. These are San Marzano. See the size difference and the shape difference? That's what those are. These are called Shilling Giant. Here. This is Juliet. And this is Galenas cherry with a Jasper thrown in. This is Jasper, and this is black strawberry. These take a really long time to get ripe. Almost as long as a regular tomato, regular sized tomato. This is a zoycha. So, nice yellow tomato. This is Aunt Ginny's purple. It is not purple. We'll see what the inside looks like. And then over here, I've been calling these early girl, they're early wonder. So, got a couple more ripe ones of those. I also picked sweet pea currant. So those are ready to go on a salad. And then my friend is on vacation, so he asked me to look after his garden. And I grabbed a couple of tomatoes because they would have been overripe by the time he got back. This is speckled Roman. And this is called Tigerella. Little, like salad-sized tomato. Here, that one. So what I'm gonna do with all these tomatoes, let's do a taste test. Okay, are you ready for this taste test? This is the first tomato taste test of 2022. I think what I'm gonna do this year is, as the tomatoes come ripe, I'm gonna record tomato taste tests. And then I may end up doing some of these same tomatoes later in the season and see if the taste is different. I think that'll be interesting. So let's do that. First ones I'm gonna do are the ones that my friend grew, that I got from his garden. So this is called Speckled Roman. It's got, I don't know if you can see it on this camera, see the yellow stripes on it? Paste tomato. I've grown these. Like, I grew these probably 5 years ago or something like that. So that's what the inside looks like. Very tomatoey fragrance. So as a disclaimer, these have been sitting on my counter for a week. Almost a week. Today's Friday, I picked them on Saturday. Very watery. Very watery. And we've been very dry here. So, yeah. Now I remember why I didn't grow it. Not terrible. It smells really good. But it doesn't taste like it smells. So, I don't have the desire to grow that one again. Tigerella. So can you see the stripes? Another striped tomato. This one is green on the inside. Very juicy. Very acidic, not sweet at all. Good tomato flavor, but acidic. Interesting. All right. So let's move on. As long as we're doing that one paste tomato, let's move on to my paste tomatoes. First one, Amish paste. These were developed by an Amish community in Wisconsin. Go Packers. Can you believe it's almost football season is ready to start? Just cannot believe it. That's what these look like on the inside. So I grew these last year, and the plants didn't produce very well. I only had 1 or 2 plants. It really didn't produce very well. This year they produced very well. Last year, if I remember right, this was just like a tomato explosion in your mouth. This time, not so much. Not overly sweet, not overly acidic. There's not a real strong tomato aroma. I probably could have left these on the plants a little longer, but we're supposed to get rain. We're supposed to get rain tomorrow, so I didn't want them to crack. So I'll let them ripen up a little bit, and they will probably get a little sweeter. This is San Marzano. So this is what they look like. San Marzano is square. That's how I would because it's flat here too. So they're square and they're usually indented here. So you can tell a San Marzano. Famous for paste tomatoes. If you want to get really good canned tomatoes, you make sure they're San Marzanos. And I picked the ripest one out of the bunch here. I do not know how to explain that. It doesn't taste tomatoey at all. That's weird flavor. We're gonna do those again. I mean, it doesn't taste tomatoey. A little bit acidic. Usually these are very good. Interesting. Okay. This is a zoycha. So I have one that kind of looks like a beefsteak and one that looks like a regular yellow tomato. This one was ripe first. So I grew these years ago and I didn't get any tomatoes from them. Really, Ellie? This delightfully small yellow beefsteak tomato that matures so early it will be one of the first varieties to ripen in your garden. Beautifully smooth, lemon yellow fruit weighs about 8 ounces and is very flavorful. Rich but pleasantly sweet with a delicious hint of citrus. This is from Russia. Most yellow tomatoes are fruity tasting. I wonder if I should do the one that looks like a beefsteak tomato. There's the inside. Beautiful tomato. Now that's what I'm talking about. Lots of tomato flavor, really juicy, tough skins. Some acidity, not that much sweetness. It's like if you like your tomatoes more on the acidic side, but with a strong tomato flavor, this is the one. That is a good tomato. I put the umbrella up because the camera's having a hard time focusing. Aunt Ginny's I'm Not Purple Tomato. Heirloom beefsteak has flavor so excellent and rich that some folks claim it's equal or better than brandy wine. By the way, the sarcasm is free. Deep pink tomatoes. Oh, they're pink. Okay, not purple. Weight 12 to 16 ounces. Definitely. This one's about a pound. That are mostly smooth with very little cracking. Potato leaf plants, vigorous, give good yields to these juicy and delicious tomatoes. I got one so far. But there are other ones on the plant. So let's see. I'm making, I have a family reunion tomorrow, and I'm making caprese salad for my dish to pass. Someone's going to enjoy these tomatoes. Interesting. It doesn't have much flavor at all. I really don't want to cut this end, but I'm gonna. It's acidic, flavorless, tough skins. It's okay. It's just okay. So Early Wonder, which I've been calling Early Girl all year. I'm gonna go look at the tag. Early Wonder. Now my fingers are dirty because of course I had to pull weeds when I was there. So in my defense, only that much was sticking out of the ground. Okay, Early Wonder, pink tomato, nice little 6-ounce, 4 to 6 ounce tomatoes, usually blemish free. They usually don't crack. They're usually very good, you know, sturdy tomatoes. Smell really good. They're trying to be sweet, not much acidity. They are kind of flavorless, but you know, if you're have gone the whole winter without eating a fresh tomato out of the garden, they'd probably be pretty good, because you get pretty spoiled as time goes on. Put that in there. What else have I? Ooh, these Shilling Giant. This is supposed to be an ox heart. Tomatoes are absolutely luscious, hefty, and solid, but still delicate inside with superb, juicy flavor. Their shape may vary from an elongated globe to a true heart shape, but we still call this an ox heart for its wispy foliage and the fruit's meaty texture. Okay, so I have a regular tomato shape. So kind of an ox heart. This one kind of looks like an ox heart. You can see that top. That's kind of how ox hearts are. This one looks like a beefsteak. I think this is a 2 tomatoes. I usually try to pick those blossoms off, but don't tempt me like that. It's very bland. I mean, it's very bland. Maybe these need salt. Let me go get some salt. My girlfriend Colleen and I talked last year that we should have had salt. That didn't help. It's almost a funky taste. Yeah, I don't know about that one. So far we're not doing very well. The Aztroika, Azoichika. I wish I knew how to pronounce that. That one's the winner tomato dinner right now. Okay, let's do these. I'm really curious about this one. Black strawberry. Pretty little tomato. Good cherry size. Very fruity. It's the first thing that hits you. Very fruity. Tough skins. Little acidic. Not sweet at all. Very fruity. If you like a fruity tomato, the flavor is decadent and indulgent with perfect sweet and tart balance flavor. No. I mean, they're good. They're really good. Okay, next. Jasper F1 Hybrid. These tomatoes are a little smaller this year. I mean, there are some that are bigger. See the difference? But for the most part, they're smaller than they usually are. Yum. Yum. I grow these every year. I was just curious to see. It's funny, from year to year to year to year, and I've probably been using the same packet of seeds for the last 3 years. They're very consistent, very good, tough skins, sweet, a hint of acidity, but the sweetness kind of overpowers it. It's like the perfect, for me, for my taste, it's the perfect tomato. Yeah, very good. Both have very good luck with them. So my camera stopped recording. It's never done that to me. And I thought, oh no, I have to taste some of those awful tomatoes again. But I don't. So here's where we left off. Juliet. Juliet is a hybrid. This is the All-American Selections winner. 1 ounce fruit is twice the size of a grape tomato. With a different taste and texture, Juliet's wonderful full tomato flavor is high in both acid and sugar, making it very versatile. Now, some of you have said that you don't like Juliet. It doesn't do well for you, but it's always done really well for me. This again is another one of those tomatoes that I grow every year because it's a really good performer. I like it because the skins don't split. I like it because it's sweet. Here, let's. It's like the perfect blend of sweet and acid. Skins are a little tough, but if you want a tomato that doesn't crack, you have to deal with that. It's just so flavorful. So that's why I grow it year after year. And it, like Jasper, it is a good performer year after year. Now these seeds I got in 2020. That would have meant I bought them in 2019 for the 2020 season. And yeah, they're very... I got 20 seeds, I'm still planting them. So I usually plant about 3 seeds every year. 2 or 3. I think this year I did 2. So yeah, I like Juliet. Again, you know, perfect fruit, all the same. It's just a really wonderful tomato for me. Next tomato, Galina's cherry tomato. Let me show you it in relationship. This is Jasper. Jasper. Juliet. This is my favorite tomato in the garden. Indeterminate, originally from Siberia. This very sweet golden yellow cherry tomato is about the size of a quarter and produced in clusters. The flavor is not just sweet, but has a special depth of rich flavor. Once you may find it becoming your very favorite cherry tomato. Potato leaf plants. If you want to see the plants for all these, by the way, look at the video, I'll link it here in the iCard, called my 2022 tomato lineup, and I show what all the plants look like. Juicy, juicy, juicy. Mmm. 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 So good. Galena's has thicker skins as well, but they're not as thick as Juliet's or Jasper's. But they are thick. They don't split, which is really nice. Very prolific plants. Potato leaf, right? Yeah, potato leaf plant. Not that that makes any difference, but just a really good cherry tomato. I think people don't try them because they're yellow, but they're so good. They're just so good. So yeah, very sweet, little bit of acid, very juicy. So yeah, really, really good cherry tomato. And then last but not least, the ones that took me the longest to pick are called Sweet Pea Current. Again, these are ones that I've been growing for years. Now, I always have problems with these plants. They always look like the plant is going to die, but it produces a ton of tomatoes, little tiny tomatoes. And I've got a whole, well, you saw in the beginning, I got a whole basket full of tomatoes here. And they remind me of currants. You know, that's how big they are. Here's Jasper. These ones are big this year, actually. They're pretty big. Juliet. Galenas. Okay, I've been sitting here way too long. Nice and juicy. Really tough skins. They're really good on salads. They don't keep very well. More acidic than sweet. But they are sweet. But they really have a good hit of acid. That doesn't sound very good, does it? So, yeah, they're a little bigger this year than they were last year. Usually, they're this size, but they're this size. A lot of them are this size. That one was sweet, not very acid, acidic. So I'll grow those. They're a really good novelty in your garden. So that's a first taste test for this year, for 2022. There'll be more to come because a lot of my beefsteak tomatoes are not ripe yet. Some of these are rather disappointing. But the winners are the cherries, the Jasper, Galenas, Sweet Pea Current. Black strawberry was good if you don't like sweet cherry. Those were good. Shilling Giant, disappointment. Glad I didn't have to do that. Taste that one again. Azoycha. You know, I have Russian in my background. You would think I'd be able to pronounce that, but I can't. Very, very good. This was the winner today, I think. The paste tomatoes, I really don't care right now. I think as they get riper and as the plants really start producing, they'll get better. At least I hope so. The San Marzano doesn't taste like a San Marzano. At least that one didn't. But I'm not going to cut them all up because I want to be able to can a lot of these. So most of these will end up in the caprese salad for my family reunion tomorrow. Except for the paste tomatoes, those are going to end up in the freezer until I get enough tomatoes to can. Hopefully we'll get a big batch of tomatoes that will be ripe, and then I'll be able to can them. But yeah, and then the cherry ones I'm going to take also as a dish to pass. So that'll be good. All right, I hope you enjoyed this tomato taste test. It'll be interesting to do another one with the same tomatoes, especially like the Shilling Giant and the other, what else do we have? What was a disappointment here? The Aunt Ginny's Purple was a disappointment. Shilling Giant was a disappointment. It'll be interesting to taste those. I'm going to let them sit on the plant till they're almost falling off and see if that makes a difference. So, all right. Thanks so much for watching, everybody. If you liked what you saw here, give me a thumbs up. And until next time, happy gardening. Bye-bye.